It's December. We have a lot to be thankful for. We're alive, it's Christmas time, and we have a million musical options. Speaking of which, Spotify claims my top song of 2021 was the theme to Captain Underpants by Weird Al. Apparently, they're confusing me for my 5-year-old. One thing you probably won't find on Spotify is the 2021 Iowa High School All-State Music Concert. 4 of our Ottumwa High School students made that performance, which makes it a pretty exclusive club. Dennis has the singers and I have the players. Stay tuned for this very special episode of Bulldog Tales.
Hi, I'm here with Lorna Bauer and Cole Denner, and these are 2 of the 4 All-State students that made it this year at OHS. Cole was a tenor and Lorna was an alto. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Good, how are you?
Good. Can you kind of explain to us how the All-State process works with preparing and how the audition works?
Well, we started back at the beginning of August. We went to a Meister Singer All-State camp where we stayed for pretty much a whole weekend and sang for 2 days straight, which was kind of crazy. But from there on, we practiced for about 3.5 months, almost every day, just singing the same pieces over and over, getting ready for our audition.
So do you audition as a solo or do you audition with other people?
So you can audition as a soloist, or you can audition up to 4 other people, or 3 other people, 4 total.
Yeah.
And that's a quartet. And this year I had a trio.
With me and my lemons.
And was this the first year you guys have made All-States?
This is the 2nd year that I've made it.
This is also my 2nd year.
Great. And this year you're able to actually, last year there wasn't a festival, so you weren't able to perform, but this year there was, right?
Right.
Yep.
So when was the festival? Do you remember?
The festival was November 20th, and we were there from the 18th all the way to the 20th, and we stayed in a hotel, and we practiced for many hours.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about 20 in 2
Yeah.
days. It was crazy.
Yeah. So what was your favorite experience?
I loved the performance. It was really cool. Just getting into the, what is it called? The stadium?
Hilton?
Just getting into Hilton Coliseum and sitting down and looking out at the audience and realizing that I've made it, basically, and getting to stand up and look at all the audience as I'm performing. It was surreal. It was really cool.
That's great. What about you, Cole?
Pretty much the same thing. I think it's really neat to be able to sing with people who have also made All-State and people who you know are going to try their hardest and who are there for a reason.
Yeah, fantastic. You guys are both seniors. What are your plans for next year?
Next year, I plan to go to the University of Iowa for neuroscience, but I'm not completely leaving music behind. I want to be in choir up there, too.
Fantastic. Any ideas? Cole?
And I'm undecided. I know I want to do something with music, but I don't know where I'm going to go yet. But yeah.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, you guys, and hope you have a good rest of the year.
Thank you.
Welcome back to our segment in Bulldog Tales. My name is Sam Garchick. I'm the Ottumwa High School librarian. And I'm here with Arin McM, a clarinet player who recently made All-State, and Olivia Palen, a cellist, who also made All-State. So I guess the first question for both of you would be, were these competitions held at the same place, or were they?
Yes.
Okay. How many people did you have to compete against? Were there more clarinetists or cellists, or?
In just our district for clarinet, there were 54 clarinets total auditioning, and they only took 22.
Okay.
And for cello, I had to audition against 33 other cellists in our district alone. There's 3 districts throughout the state of Iowa, but out of the 33, they accepted 12.
Oh. 12 versus 33, that's like 1/3. That's a little more exclusive than 22 versus 54. So wow, so did they ever get the 22 of you clarinetists together and try to figure out who's the best clarinetist in the state, or?
No, because they combined all of us that made it there's I think 6 districts for band at least.
Okay.
And so they combined all 78 of us in total. And then, like, when we got done that night at our district, they had us in parts. So I was third part, but some people had first part. It just depended on how well your
Is
audition
that kind of
went.
like chairs? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when we got up there, we did our separate chair placement for each part.
And then they put you all in a band, and then you play band.
Yep,
Wait, how many clarinetists are in this band then?
78.
There's a band with 78 clarinetists?
Mm-hmm.
How many people total are in the band?
This year, 278.
Okay, so 78 clarinetists. What are the other 200 players? Like flute players, piccolo players, drums.
Any brass, woodwind,
Wow.
percussion.
So 78 is still a lot. That's like a third or something of a quarter of the group are clarinet players.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you know a lot of them? I mean, from band, from previous competitions? I mean, are they considered like friends or enemies or?
I knew a couple people, but I mean, from people I've met like at marching band competitions and stuff like that. But I was kind of open to get to know new people.
Okay. And so there's a good chance that you'll run into these people over the course of your life. I mean, with 278 people,
Yeah.
you'll see them. And so, Miss Palen, what about you? How big is the orchestra there?
The orchestra was just over 200, and we only had 30 cellists in total throughout the whole state. And then I think there were 40 violinists in in both sections, so 80 total.
Where do these two groups play? Like, where do you have stage enough for 200 and something players?
We performed in the Hilton Coliseum with the orchestra, the band, and the choir. So we were
Not all at the same time.
Not all at the same time.
Okay.
I mean,
we
we
did
had-
for a couple pieces.
Yeah.
Like what, 600 people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Actually,
1,000.
1,000, because the choir alone was like 600 people.
So, like, what piece of music are 1,000 people performing at the same time?
America the Beautiful
Oh,
and
yeah.
Battle Hymn of the Republic.
It's just class, like standards, right? Nothing
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay. Wow, so all those people are like on the floor, or they're like sort of, you're playing the flute, you can sit in a chair, you're playing the bass, you have to take up floor space, or?
Well, because the orchestra was in kind of a semicircle on one half of the floor, and then
Okay.
the band took up the other half, and then in the stands, like across from the
the
audience, was
Choir, because
the
they
choir.
don't need room for, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one question I had for both of you is, like, does this entitle you to better parking somewhere? I mean, what lifetime supply of Casey's Donuts?
I have a sticker on my car that says I'm an all-stater now, but
Did you have to buy
not
the
really.
sticker, or did they give it to you for free?
They give you a sticker in the metal, but
Oh, there we go.
you have to buy the T-shirts and stuff.
Sticker in the metal. And the stickers intended to be put on the car.
Yeah, I mean, I put one on my cello case too, but
Oh, they give you 2 stickers.
well, I got technically yes, because you get one that says I'm an all-stater, and then your parents get one that says my kid's an all-stater. But
great.
I bought a little one to.
I
put
can
on.
assure you my parents got no stickers because of anything I did.
I'm sorry.
That's totally my fault. It's not anybody else's fault. Okay, so what did your parents do with your 2 stickers? Did you get 2 stickers too, or did they only give 2 stickers to the orchestra people?
We haven't done anything with them yet. They're still sitting in our house, but they're waiting to put them on. So.
I gotcha. And so you put one on the case and one on the car. Are you putting one on the case and one on the car?
I think the sticker is a little too big to put on my case.
Oh, because it's like a right, yeah.
So, I mean, I'll probably put one of them on my car soon, but I don't know what's going to happen with the other one.
There you go. Is it like a vinyl? Can you just take it off when you get a new car, or is it like stuck there forever?
I'm pretty sure they're permanent. It's like a bumper sticker.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
Ever since I was a freshman, I had hoped that I would make All-State because I saved this big spot for that I'm an All-Stater bumper sticker on
There
my
you
case.
go.
It's that whole half of my case has been blank for all my years of high school until now, so
That's great.
it's very
So
exciting.
this is both your first time making All-State?
Yep.
Yep.
What do you think you did? Had you auditioned previously to this, or what do you think you did differently this time versus last time?
I've auditioned all 4 years of high school.
I've auditioned 3 years of my 4.
So what made the difference this year?
I think this year I kind of looked at it as it's my senior year, and I hadn't done this yet. I've made, like, district honor band, but I hadn't made, like, the entire state honor band. And so I kind of worked for it, and I just practiced more than I normally would have before, and then went into my audition like, you can do this, and it worked out.
Would you say the same thing?
Sort of. Throughout, like, all my years of high school, I've had different practice methods. Like, I don't know, my freshman year I went in just for the experience. I knew I wasn't going to make it, so I was just there to learn stuff. And then as years went on, I just had to practice more and put more effort into it and think about, like, how much I was really going to practice. Because you basically start over the summer. I started my piece that I was going to audition with in the spring.
Oh, I see.
And then practiced it throughout the summer.
So there's like one piece and you just like keep grinding away at it until it's like...
And then they give you excerpts throughout the summer, and then you practice that.
So I guess that there's a piece of information both of you are too modest to tell me, which is, like, I've got a 5-year-old and I want him to be an all-state. How much should I realistically expect to tell him to practice every week by the time he's ready to make that leap as a senior?
I feel like a lot of that comes in once you're in high school. Like, make sure that you get just a lot of experience.
So you don't
when
want to
you're
say how many hours it is?
I mean, this year I've been fortunate enough to be able to practice like 40 minutes to an hour, usually every day.
Per day?
Every other day.
Okay. And Arin, what about you?
It depends on the day. I was taking an online class during school, so I kind of had some time if I wasn't going to work on it to practice. So, I mean, it ranged over the time from like 15 minutes to an hour.
Per day?
Yeah.
No days off?
There were some days off, but
It's like 6 or 7 days a week?
I tried for that. It wasn't always that, but I'd start to get a little nervous if I had missed 2 or
So
3
we're
days.
looking at like 5 to 6 hours a week of this.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a pretty big commitment.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so then the question is like, how do we universalize that? So what have you learned from this about yourself, or what have you learned? I mean, you're both going off to college. How is this process of becoming good at something affected the rest of your life?
Time management is definitely one of them. Trying to balance school, work, practicing. Don't know what you...
Do you have a job also?
I don't have a job, but I do have a lot of college classes, and I'm taking a pilot course, so I'm working on that too.
Wow. Okay, where do you work?
Fairway.
Okay. And do you work in the mornings there at all, or?
Monday mornings I do ad work, and then just whenever they schedule me in the evenings.
Wow.
to
And then
check.
you're learning how to fly.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's like a lot. So, well, we're running out of time. I just wanted to say thank you for coming in, and thank you for working with me on this.
Thanks
and
for having us.
I wish you the best in college.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's our show. We'll see you next year. Thanks to Cole Denner, Lorna Bauer, Olivia Palen, Arin McMullen, and you, all our Bulldog listeners. For Dennis Vasquez, I'm Sam Garchik, telling you to make sure Santa knows you need a rat trap bigger than a cat trap.